Hello, good evening. Where does this conflict begin? Perhaps with the forced eviction of so many Palestinian families from their homes. Perhaps with the annual march through Jerusalem halted, seen by those who lost ground as provocation. Or perhaps with the political fortunes of two leaders right now, each playing for power within their own domestic base. Thousands of rockets have been fired into civilian areas in Israel by Palestinian militants. Israel has sent hundreds of airstrikes over the densely packed Gaza. Tower blocks have been destroyed. So far, at least 65 Palestinians have died, including 16 children and 6 Israelis. The history of this Middle Eastern conflict goes back thousands of years, but the speed with which this violence has escalated in just 7 days has taken many by surprise. Tonight, as the UN warns this could erupt into full-scale war, we ask who's best placed to lower the temperature. Is it the Arab neighbours, the Biden administration that promised America's back, or is the struggle so deeply internal it has to be solved from within? Here's Lee McBall with the day's events. The list is long, but they just sound like words. Now, the longer-term issues go back to something that you have called out, the settlements and the settlement violence against Palestinians, seeing their homes destroyed. If I'm not mistaken, the UN has called this out as a war crime. What is the UN doing about it? And is Israel listening? Because if not, it doesn't matter what you say or who you bring round the table, they're not listening to you.
No, and absolutely.
Thanks for joining us here. Now, Ali Maqbool was the BBC's Gaza correspondent for several years. He knows the area and its tensions extremely well. We'll be hearing from him in a moment. But before we do, here's the US President Joe Biden speaking a little earlier. We move on to other news now, and police in the West Midlands were the first to start trialling officers carrying the opiate reversal drug naloxone. It's used by frontline police as a nasal spray and can temporarily reverse the effects of an overdose to give time for medical care to arrive. Equipping police with the drug is not without critics, not least the Police Federation, which represents rank and file officers. But the use of naloxone by officers is spreading, with police in Scotland, North Wales and Cambridgeshire all trialling and using the drug. West Midlands Police have now widened their pilot to Walsall, and our UK editor Katie Razzle was with them for the first in-person training of officers in the town. This is how reviewers might find distressing. Just time before we go to take you through some of tomorrow's front pages. The Times' main picture is fears mount over the threat of full-scale war in Gaza, our main story tonight. But also Radovan Karadzic, the former Serbian president war criminal, is going to be serving out the rest of his sentence in a UK prison. The Daily Telegraph has got GPs are told to screen patients online first. Face-to-face appointments will be discouraged for a while. And apparently an emergency meeting of the Scientific Advisory Group to look at the Indian variant as Number 10 plays down reopening fears. Last on The Guardian, anger as the PM backs a COVID inquiry, but not until 2022. Bereaved families and health experts condemn the start date as unjustifiable. And they have an exclusive interview as well with Tracy Emin on her art and her illness, that main picture in The Guardian. That is all from us for tonight. But Emma's here with you tomorrow. Do join her then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.